What happens when a real-life drama becomes more intense than anything you see on TV? A love story that started on screen is now turning into a deeply concerning real-life situation. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's story is emotional, serious, and honestly, a bit heartbreaking. It involves two familiar faces from daytime television, Brandon Barash and Kirsten Storms, whose past relationship has now taken a troubling turn. What started as a love story on a popular show has now led to legal action, mental health concerns, and even a police investigation. Let's break down everything step by step so you can clearly understand what's going on. This situation recently came into the spotlight after reports revealed that Brandon Barash has been granted an emergency restraining order against his ex-wife, Kirsten Storms. Now, this isn't just a normal legal move. According to court documents, the reason behind this decision is serious concern about Kirsten's mental health. Let's rewind for a moment. Brandon and Kirsten first met while working together on the soap opera General Hospital. Their on-screen chemistry eventually turned into a real-life relationship. They got married in 2013 and welcomed their daughter Harper just a year later. But like many relationships, things didn't last. By 2015, the couple had decided to divorce. Even after separating, they remained connected because of their daughter. And for a while, things seemed manageable. Fast forward a few years. Brandon moved on and built a new life. He is now married again and expecting another child with his current wife, Isabella. At some point, he relocated to Tennessee. Interestingly, Kirsten also moved there later on. She even took a break from her acting role, which fans noticed, to focus on this transition. But behind the scenes, things were not as stable as they appeared. According to reports, Brandon claims that Kirsten has been dealing with ongoing housing issues. For nearly a year, she reportedly didn't have a permanent place to stay. Instead, she was moving between friends' homes and hotels. And here's where things become more concerning. He says she often changed hotels because she believed that someone was following her. That sense of being watched or chased seemed to influence her decisions. That alone raised red flags. But the situation didn't stop there. Brandon also mentioned financial struggles. He reportedly loaned her around $5,000 to help her out, and there were concerns about her car potentially being repossessed. Then came something even more alarming. In 2025, Kirsten allegedly told Brandon that she was experiencing hallucinations and delusions. She even admitted that she didn't feel capable of taking care of their child during her parenting time. That is a very serious statement for any parent to make. Because of this, Brandon's current wife, Isabella, stepped in to help. Together, they managed to get Kirsten to a hospital. There, she was placed under psychiatric observation. But after being released, Brandon claims that Kirsten acted as if nothing had happened, as if the entire episode never took place. This kind of behavior can be extremely worrying, especially when a child is involved. Now let's talk about something that adds another layer to this story. Kirsten herself has openly spoken about her mental health in the past. Back in 2022, she shared that she had been diagnosed with bipolar I disorder. For those who don't know, this condition can cause intense mood swings, from extreme highs to deep lows, and sometimes even include symptoms like delusions or hallucinations. So this is not a completely new issue. But recently, things seem to have escalated. On social media, Kirsten reportedly shared that her apartment had been broken into. She also claimed that her phone had been hacked. In one instance, she said that people were entering her home and moving her belongings into her car. These claims added to the concern around her mental state. At the same time, Brandon shared that a close friend of Kirsten reached out to him. This friend reportedly expressed fear that Kirsten might be misusing substances, including Adderall. According to the friend, Kirsten had experienced repeated emotional breakdowns. They also mentioned that she was hearing voices that weren't there. Now, it's important to be careful here. These are claims and concerns being reported, not confirmed facts. But when multiple people express similar worries, it naturally raises serious questions. Because of all this, Brandon has asked the court to require Kirsten to undergo a professional mental health evaluation. His focus, at least from what's being reported, appears to be safety, especially when it comes to their daughter. But here's where things get even more complicated. At the same time, all of this is happening. The local police department in Franklin, Tennessee has confirmed that they are investigating Kirsten's claim about her phone being hacked. Yes, you heard that right. So while Brandon is concerned about her mental health, law enforcement is actually looking into whether her claim about being hacked could be real. In early April, Kirsten reportedly posted a video saying her phone had been compromised and that someone might be spying on her. Now, we don't yet know the outcome of that investigation. It could turn out to be nothing. Or it could confirm that something unusual did happen. And that uncertainty makes the entire situation even more complex. Situations like this are incredibly sensitive. Mental health struggles are not simple. They can affect how someone sees reality, how they react to situations, and how they interact with others. When you add stress, financial issues, possible substance concerns, and parenting responsibilities, it becomes even more challenging. Also, public figures often go through these struggles under constant attention. Every action gets noticed. Every statement gets judged, and that can make recovery even harder. It's also important to understand that legal steps like restraining orders are usually taken when someone feels there could be a risk or danger. So this isn't just about personal conflict, it's about safety concerns. At the same time, the fact that police are investigating her hacking claim shows that not everything should be dismissed immediately. Sometimes real issues and mental health struggles can overlap, making it difficult to separate truth from perception. So what does all of this mean? First, it highlights how serious mental health issues can become if not properly managed. Support, treatment, and stability are extremely important. Second, it shows how complicated co-parenting can get when one parent is struggling. Decisions become harder and the child's safety becomes the top priority. And finally, this situation reminds us that we should be careful before judging. We are only seeing parts of the story, not the full picture. The truth likely involves multiple layers. So what do you think about this situation? Do you believe this is mainly a mental health issue? Or could there be more to the story? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.